Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 61st episode of Final Round. As always I am Squeak and this twat is Alan Jibby Gibson.
This episode will cover our predictions for UFC 128. It is a very stacked card and could be an early potential candidate for pay-per-view of the year.
First up is the fight in the lightweight division between Jim Miller against the man who doesn't know his birth, Kamal Shalaras. We are not joking about him not knowing his birth.
His mother really must be a dumb fuck to forget his birth. I mean Jesus Christ. But seriously, to make a statement in the lightweight division, beating Jim Miller will do that. Miller has great Brazilian jiu-jitsu, wrestling, cardio and has only been beaten by the lightweight champion and current #1 contender. Shalaras has got great skills and is a generalist. I think Miller's experience will get him the win here. But if Shalaras uses his freestyle and get wrestling underway and keep a striking distance, he has a chance.
Next up is heavyweight fight between Mirko Cro Cop and Brendan Schaub. Schaub has been impressing people with great wins since his loss to Nelson, especially her upset against Gonzaga. Cro Cop is coming off a loss to Frank Mir. A real fight between the old and the next generation here, don't you think?
I always will say this. Never underestimate Cro Cop's striking. Common sense to me is take Cro Cop to the ground and Schaub must utilize his Brazilian jiu-jitsu and frustrate him. Similar to how Silva beat Fedor. But despite his training, he's never won by submission. I think it's close, really close. If Cro Cop wins he can still get big fights, but if Schaub wins, he gets the spot and may very well end Cro Cop's UFC career.
We next have the big middleweight title fight between the great Mark Watt and Yoshihiro Akiyama. Both really have had bad luck lately. Do you think the loser here is all but done for getting a title shot?
Easily. Both have been piss poor lately. Akiyama has yet to impress me at all in the UFC. They need this win badly to keep their reputation. Nate needs to wrestle and use his size advantage. Akiyama must use his karate and judo here. I don't know why I am thinking this, but I reckon Akiyama may take the win here. But regardless of who, the loser is right at the very bottom end of the middleweight division.
We now have the bantamweight fight between Eddie Wineland against the UFC debut of Uriah Faber. Faber is one fighter that everyone has loved to see in the UFC, and we finally get to see the dream be a reality. Wineland is a former champion while Faber is one of the toughest around.
I think this fight has got the potential to be excellent. We have two former champions collide. Both have great striking and groundwork, and I don't see it going all 3 rounds. Again, it gonna be as close as telling whether or not Kathy Lee Bates is actually female, but I reckon Faber will win here.
We now have the main event of the pay-per-view for the UFC light heavyweight title between Mauricio Shogun against John Bones Jones. Jones has been on superb form while we are starting to see the old Shogun back after lengthy injury.
Jones has been so impressive, crushing virtually every opponent he's fought. Shogun did what many thought was impossible by killing Lyoto Machida. Jones has got freakishly long arms and while he shows he's got the balls, I just don't think he's technically ready for a guy like Shogun. It's a big step up and I really want him to do well, but I reckon Shogun will kill him with the Muay Thai and the Jiu-Jitsu.
Not giving Jones much of a chance, aren't you?
Go fuck Michael Buffer, you bald-headed bastard.
That is it for us today. We'll be back for the boxing and UFC 129 predictions. See you all later.